But President-elect Donald Trump's threatening to put new tariffs in place on his first day in office. So let's dig into the names that could benefit and one that may be at risk given tariff policy. We're taking a look at winners and losers in our three buys and a bail tariffs edition today. Here with our trades is Steve Grasso, CEO of Grasso Global. He's also a CNBC contributor. Steve, first of all, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Let's start with a retailer, and that's Walmart. Those shares are up nearly 2% since Monday's tariff announcement. JP Morgan recently pointed out it could be some risk ahead for the retailer as those levies could greatly impact the toy industry. Steve, do you like Walmart or not, and then why?
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, too. I do like Walmart, Dom. And if you look at it, what other retailer would have more leverage than Walmart on their suppliers? The answer is none. So if you want to buy a retailer that has the power to fight back, Walmart. E-commerce up 27%, advertising up 28%. They are in the grocery business where I'm sure you know, as a percent of revenue, it's 58%. Where has been the pain with most consumers? It's been around groceries. It's been around gas. Walmart is offering that relief for the consumer. Price action, as you said on your intro, is leading to higher prices in the face of all these worries. It probably goes higher.
All right, so there's the trade on Walmart. Steve Grasso is a buyer there. Let's get to the second one, which is Apple. The tech giant's already battling headwinds in China, and higher tariffs will not necessarily help. But the company has been moving some of its production out of China. And Steve, you say Apple has a few more moves left in its playbook.
Yeah, well, let's think about this, Dom. The first iteration of the Trump presidency was back in 2016. What did he tell people to do? He said you have to start diversifying away from the China supply chain. So shame on these corporations who haven't done enough to move to India, South Korea, Vietnam. So I think they've done some of that, maybe not enough. But look at what's going to drive their growth. They have a substantial upgrade cycle. Maybe this is not a cataclysmic one, but it is a substantial upgrade cycle. AI is going to generate a lot of that tailwind. The next software upgrade is going to have the Chat GPT into it. I think this is something, if you look at the chart on this, it's around all-time highs. So is Walmart. I think this one still can go higher. It's underestimated. People are too worried about China demand and are losing sight over services and other demand around China.
All right, a couple Dow components under our belt here. Let's go to the third one, which is Tesla. Those shares down a little more than 3% since those tariff announcements went into effect, or at least the announcements did. But Steve, you still see upside in the EV giant, thanks in part to Elon Musk's proximity to the president-elect.
Well, I know that everyone in the investing world, I think everyone in the investing world gets this, that if you have the president on a texting basis on your phone, that probably gives you a lot more leverage than most other corporations or most other CEOs. He is around him a substantial amount of time. Robotaxi will be brought forward, or at least given a hat tip. They are working on other initiatives, and maybe Elon Musk can sit there and wake up, Dom, and have three other business ideas or focuses on his mind, and he will get a better valuation or an increased valuation based on those ideas. Granted, we're all talking about robotaxi, we're all talking about car sales, but he does have Optimus, and he does have things that move the stock substantially.
All right. Walmart, Apple, and Tesla, three buys. That brings us to our bail. Steve, that's Cheniere Energy. Trump's pick to lead the energy department is Liberty Energy CEO Chris Wright, largely seen as friendly to the nat gas industry. But Grasso, you point out that energy underperformed during the first Trump presidency because he boosted supply. What has you worried about Cheniere Energy for this Trump 2.0?
Well, first of all, let me preface it with this. Cheniere has been one of my favorite stocks over years now. I made my first, I don't have a disclosure on Cheniere currently, but I made my first purchase to buy Cheniere at around $12 when they were granted the first permit to export liquefied natural gas years and years ago. So I do love the stock. Having said that, they are a top exporter to China. They are either second or third right now, and their revenues as a percentage from China is somewhere around 20%. If these tariffs go into place, China will say, you know what, why am I giving money to a U.S. company? Why don't I give it to Australia? Why don't I give it to Qatar? So I think that they have a little bit of a fight back on us. And I'm of the belief that tariffs are a negotiating tactic, not an end destination. But I do believe you could see some hiccups with the stock priced where it's at now if you factor in those hiccups.
All right. Steve Grasso with 3 buys and a bail. Grasso of Grasso Global, thank you very much. Have a nice weekend, Steve. We'll see you soon.